Yo, how we doing everyone? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So today I'm going to give a rundown of what happened at the Pure Elite World Championships 2022 on the 5th of November. I'm doing this in my car because I've been meaning to do this. It's a few days on now. It's a few days on. Today is, what are we, Thursday the 10th. So it's 5 days after the show. Kind of let everything settle down, and I meant to do like quite a lot of video and vlogging on the day, but you know what, I was just so involved in the show and so involved in supporting and watching my clients and making sure they're on point that I just got a lot of stage footage of them, but I didn't get a lot of like backstage stuff and sort of rundown of what was happening and things like that. So I thought I would just come on here a few days after and just kind of explain what happened and then flip back in between the footage. Welcome back. Today is the eve of the Pure Elite World Championships 2022. I'm just getting in a prep meal. Standard chicken, rice and greens. Missed a bit on the side, ain't wasting that. So, Pure Elite Worlds means quite a lot to me because it is where I really feel like I got stuck into competing. Got some amazing memories with Pure Elite because my first ever win was at the Pure Elite Worlds when they did it at the Winter Gardens in Margate. And yeah, that was in 2017. So that was the first time I got first and then went into the overall and won the overall of the show in 2017, 18 and then 19. And since then I haven't competed with Pure Elite, but I've judged many shows, I've had clients in the shows, and yeah, tonight is the eve of the World Championships 2022 and we've got 8 people in tomorrow, so I'm absolutely buzzing from all the world prep really hard. So I'm in the hotel now, everyone's getting their tans done. Yeah, and this evening is just going to be sort of final check-ins, seeing if we need to make any tweaks to the plan so they can come in on point tomorrow. So yeah, potentially might get a little bit of the pre-check-in so you can see what sort of goes on, and then yeah, everyone's going to get their heads down, have a good night's sleep. Lucy behind the camera is presenting the show tomorrow, so you're going to get to see her on stage doing what she does, and is absolutely amazing at it. Not just saying that because she's behind the camera, it is true. So yeah, it's going to be amazing to watch. So I've judged the shows, I've been in the shows, and tomorrow I've got a lot of clients in the show, so it's going to be wicked. It's at a new venue, it's in High Wycombe at the Swan Theatre, so a different venue. And yeah, I'm just really excited for everyone. They've all worked really hard, so yeah, they just deserve to have an amazing day, and it's going to be wicked. So we've got some first timers in, we've got some people that competed before, we've got some pros in as well, some defending titles, some going for titles. So it's going to be really interesting, and I'm really happy with how everyone's turned out. So I'll catch you all in a bit. Like, Pure Elite is where I really, well, it's basically where I've competed the whole time up until this year. So it's been a massive part of my life. I've met some amazing people. So this show means a hell of a lot to me, and to have 8 clients in the show ranging across all different categories was just phenomenal. And I must say, they all absolutely nailed it, like absolutely killed it. It was so good, ranging from like in the fitness masters, fitness over 35s, bikinis over 35s, bikini short, tattooed category, wellness. We had Mark in the fitness model over 35s and 45s. Yeah, and the lineups were, honestly, they were stacked. They were really good. The standard was excellent. So I basically just wanted to give you a rundown of what happened. Yeah, probably just going to rinse through a load of footage now, and yeah, you can just see what happened at the Pure Elite Worlds. Yo, how we doing? Morning of show day. So checking with everyone last night, and we are all in the dressing room now. Here's everyone. Yes, ready to rock and roll. We've got Mark to join us shortly. It's going to be a wicked day. We've got multiple categories going on, so just trying to try and get as much stage footage as possible. But yeah, here we go. How are we feeling, Bex?
Well, I'll be feeling better when I got makeup on.
Gina, loving the hairnet. How are we doing?
Very good, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Hayley, how are we doing? First show?
Amazing.
Absolutely buzzing. We've got Adele over there.
Yeah.
Katie, yeah, Nat, and Jess. We're wicked, ready to rock and roll. All the post-show goodies going on. Yeah. Holy. Yeah, so the night before the show, on the Friday the 4th, some of the athletes I checked in with personally, so I could physically see them. A few were staying at a different hotel, so we kind of just did video check-ins and photos the night before to make sure I was on point. A couple of girls, Jess and Katie, actually did a show previous to this, a week before, so we made a few little tweaks and changes from that week into this week, just to, I think we felt, bring in condition a little more, and it definitely paid off. So it was good actually doing that show first a week previous, because what we did in that show we actually changed for this for the Pure Elite one, and placings were then higher, so that was really handy. So yeah, checked in with everyone the night before, and then on the day of the show we had a dressing room backstage, like just for the athletes as well, which was really handy. So I'd definitely do that again in the future. Just so they had their own space, so there's all chilled, you can have all the things out there, and just created like great camaraderie between the team. Look. So first up we had Adele in the fitness model over 45s. I'm basically just going to list out the categories that they all did and then show some footage, and then we'll talk about how they got on. So yeah, Adele was in a fitness model over 45s, and she also did the over 35s and the opened category as well. Adele is 52 years old and looks absolutely incredible. Nailed everything to the letter, to the plan, and come in sick condition and shape. So here she is on stage. Yes, here's Adele, shredded, ready to go on stage. First on, opening the show, getting a pump. So yeah, you'll see her on stage very soon.
Adele is 52 from Chatham. She used to be into marathon running, and she took up bodybuilding 3 years ago. She says her hobbies are dancing and reading romance novels. Next up, number 166, this is Joanne. Joanne is 50 from Leicestershire, where she works as a program director. She first decided to get fit and healthy because she doesn't want to be an old lady. Like insane. Okay, ladies, facing, that's it, lovely. Take a quarter turn to your right. I'm feeling sexy and free. Quarter turn to face the back of the stage. Face to the right. Oh my god, my brain went, ugh. I have to say one thing. Quarter turn to the right. And a quarter turn and face the front, ladies. So who should it be? They all look absolutely incredible.
Cool, so there's a load of stage footage from Adele. Like I say, she did the fitness model categories because she's got more of a harder, leaner physique and a lot of muscular development there. So yeah, this was Adele's first ever show, ever, and placed first in the fitness model over 45s, second in the over 35s, and third in the open category. So she did fitness model short, which is an open category, any age, so get some younger athletes as well, and placed third in that. She's got a first, a second, and a third, and earning her Pure Elite Pro status, and now she can compete in the pro shows going forward.
The winner of your 45 plus female fitness masters is number 187, Adele.
Yeah! Go on, Adele! Yes!
Ladies, if you could squeeze together in the middle for me. Congratulations. Next up,
Yeah, unbelievable showing from Adele. I thought the whole overall look was fantastic, but we already know improvements to be made. It's handy that I've judged shows and have been in the industry a while to know straight away without getting feedback from the judges. Obviously we are going to take what they say into consideration, but I think it'll be on the same wavelength as what I'm thinking, and just building up all the right areas. So a little bit fuller in the glute, a little bit more leg, a little bit more shoulders and back development, etc. Condition was not an issue at all, so I think it's just a case of building a bit more muscle there. Next up we had Katie. You may know us aka as Coops on Instagram. Katie competed in various number of categories ranging from tattooed and bikini as well. The bikini over 35s lineup was absolutely stacked. You'll see from the stage footage the lineup was huge. Katie's overall look was incredible. I thought it was really, really nice look. Just created a great overall package. So yeah, here's some stage footage of Katie.
next up, number 43, this is quarter turn and face the back of the stage. Quarter turn to your right. And a quarter turn and face the front. There we go. So these are your I actually can't believe how many of them there are. These are your amateur bikini models 35 plus. So who's it going to be? Okay, ladies, have a quarter turn to your right. Ladies, the judges have made their decision. Thank you very much. Your bikini model 35 plus.
As you can see, the lineup was huge, some really, really good athletes, and Katie actually placed second in that category, which is incredible. First ever competitive season. It's only a fourth ever show. So she's done 3 shows prior to this, and then this Pure Elite Worlds, and came second, earning a pro status.
In second place, over on the far side, number 186, Katie Cooper.
Yes!
Also receiving her Pure Elite Pro status. Congratulations. Number 177, Lauren.
And again, we already know improvements to be made. I feel like Katie's physique is there, as in size, doesn't need to be any bigger at all of a bikini. It's just a case of creating the muscle a bit more dense, a bit more muscle maturity, and then just coming a little bit leaner. But the way to appear leaner will be getting the muscle more dense, so then it will just show through better. So that's what we're going to do going forward, and plans are already in place. Next up, we had Bex. Bex did a number of categories as well, ranging from tattoo to fit mums, and did the bikini short open category as well, which again was a massive lineup. The bikini open category is always the most competitive, always get the biggest number of athletes, and there's a lot of people in incredible shape. And this was Bex's first ever show. Never done anything like this before, but always been into fitness and really wanted to push herself, so came to the Pure Elite Worlds. And here's some footage of her on stage.
Go on, Bex!
So again, as you can see, absolutely stacked lineup. Bex did incredible. So I'm just going to run through the placings that Bex got. And she's a tattoo bikini model, mums at lift, and the bikini short open class. Got a 5th in the tattooed, so placed in all of the categories. A 3rd in the mums at lift category, and then 4th in bikini short, the open class, which is incredible, because if your first ever show to place in an open class like that, with that stacked lineup, is really, really good going. And she earned her pro status, which you'll see just now. Look at the reaction when Bex earns a pro card. It's incredible, honestly. It's moments like this why I absolutely love coaching. So massive shout out to Bex, absolutely nailed it.
In 3rd place, number 197, Bex. Receiving their Pure Elite Pro status.
And next up we have Mark. Mark, who was coaching with me last year as well, and we did the Pure Elite Worlds last year, so we went into it again this year. I feel like we did bring a better physique. I feel like condition was a little bit better in the lower body, but probably on par with the upper body. So we know what to do next time going forward, just to bring that in a little bit sharper. But it did come in like 6 or 7 pounds heavier, and condition was pretty much on par. So we know that some muscle has been gained this past year, like really, really well, which is quality. And Mark did the fitness model categories, the over 35s and over 45. Placed in both. We got a 4th and a 3rd. There was no pro card from Mark this time, but do you know what? I actually believe this is a really, really good thing and a massive positive, because it happened to me as well. you know, went into my first few shows and didn't get my pro card straight away with Pure Elite. It took me a good few tries, and I feel like that when that happens, not that it's a bad thing to get it straight away, it is, but it's never a negative if you don't, because it just gives you that drive to go forward and actually go back and do better each time. So me and Mark have got a plan in place now. We know what to do physique wise, posing wise, and just overall presentation. But I think that's a really, really good thing to have, because when you go back to a show and you actually bring a completely different look, then I think that also, it just shows the progression, and I think it's amazing to look back on. I feel like you really value the placing when you earn it and start getting those second and first places. So here's some stage footage of Mark, and you'll see him collecting his trophies as well.
Mark Roberts. Mark is a martial arts instructor. I've never seen him do a takedown. Maybe you can do a demo for us later. Thank you, Baran. Okay guys, so the quarter turn to your right. Quarter turn and face the back of the stage. Quarter turn to your right to face me. Ready today, and he's back again for this category.
So yeah, massive shout out to Mark, and I cannot wait to really get stuck in some plans. I'm actually meeting up with him next week and to get some training in and some posing, just so we can go through quite a few things and discuss plans going forward. We've got a few shows lined up next year. It's going to be exciting. So next up we had Jess, also competed the week previous, which was good, because I feel like I said with Katie as well, you can sort of change things in the final week to bring a little bit of a different look if things needed tweaking. I don't actually think we needed to tweak anything from the previous week. We just literally run the last week exactly the same as the one prior and just brought in the exact same looks. I feel like it was a great look to bring to the stage, a great overall look, and we definitely got Jess lean enough for the categories that she was in. So she's actually in some bikini categories, and she did bikini tall and fitness as well, because we was kind of sort of borderline of where we was going to land, as in how lean Jess was coming in, because the upper body does come in really lean. That's why we did the bikini tool and the fitness model tool as well, because the way that Jess's body is balanced at the moment, obviously we need sort of work to bring in the lower body condition a bit more. So it's kind of like a bikini fitness split. So she didn't actually place in bikini categories because she is suited more towards fitness.
4. This is Joanna. Joanna's 28. Next up, number 150. This is Josie. Thank you, Jessica. Next up, 150. This is Josie. Josie's 45. She used to run the day off. Okay, faces forward so the judges can see your numbers.
And Jess placed 4th in Fitness Model Tour. Again, really big lineup, great standard of athletes. I'm going to say that for every category because this show was awesome. Like, the standard was really good. It's so great to go to a show and just see so many good athletes. So if you place in that lineup, you know you definitely like work hard for it.
Here's Jessica. In 3rd place. I'm sorry, I can't read the name. Number 17 on this side for me. Darling, what is your name? Hayley. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay.
So yeah, Jess came 4th in Fitness Model Tour. Excellent turnout and really, really good placing. Feedback for Jess from my standpoint straight away is that we need to just build more. So if we're heading down that fitness route, we need to build more in the upper body and then just bring condition in the lower body. So I feel like the lower body's there for size and the upper body's there for condition. We just kind of need to swap those two around and bring in the condition more for the lower and then a bit more size for the upper body. And I think that's create a whole more balanced physique, and so we can start, you know, fighting for those 3rd, 2nd and 1st placings. But awesome showing for Jess. Again, 1st ever competitive season and 2nd ever show. So, you know, hats off to you, Jess. You absolutely nailed it. And then another athlete in her 1st ever show was Hayley. 1st ever competitive season. Never done anything like this before, but always been into training. And I really thought that Hayley just brought a wicked look to the stage, like a different look as well. Hayley kind of got that physique and look where you couldn't not look at her on stage. Just amazing development for the upper body, really good muscular development in the lower body. And Hayley placed in Bikini Wellness and International Model. So Bikini Wellness is like, they're looking for basically the bikini athlete criteria, but obviously it's called Bikini Wellness, it's mixed with wellness, so a bit more fuller in the lower body, you know, like hams, glutes, quads, and a little bit more in the shoulders as well. So it's like a bikini athlete, but just that little bit more, and a slightly sort of out of balance physique in the lower body. So it's a bit more thick set in the lower, but still bringing the same sort of attributes as a bikini athlete would bring. Hayley placed 3rd in both of her categories and earned her Pure Elite Pro status, so she can now compete with the pros. Again, just phenomenal showing. Here's some footage of Hayley on stage.
This gets in our transformation category in April 2019. Facing forward, ladies, so the judges can see your numbers. Quarter turn to face back at the stage. Quarter turn to your right. And a quarter turn and face the front. Ladies in group 1, can you go? Quarter turn to your right.
I don't know how to feel about that.
again, remember, it's her first ever show. Like, honestly couldn't be more proud. And me and Hayley only had 10 weeks to prep for this show, and I just really feel like she really just got her head down, went all in for these 10 weeks, and that just like really excites me, because going forward, if we've got more time, like especially after this show, we're going to go into a nice growth and progression phase afterwards, and going into another prep after that when we've got more time. It just really excites me to what we can bring.
In third place, I can't read the number, but it's definitely Hayley. Is anyone over on this side for me? And in first place is number 111, Chloe. Alicia and Chloe will all be receiving their Purely Pro status. Squeeze together, girls. Girls, eyes on Matt. Eyes on Matt.
I'm looking forward to seeing what the judges have to say for feedback. I already think I know what the feedback is going to be, because I'm sure that we've got the same sort of, we've got the same sort of eye for it when it comes to judging the show, because I've judged previous shows before with Pure Elite. So, putting my feedback as a coach and their feedback together, we've got some really exciting plans going forward. And yes, now in the Pure Elite Pro League, so we can start pushing for those sort of pro top spots and see where it takes it from there. But just an incredible showing again. And then next up we had Natalie and Gina, who are already Pure Elite pros, and they were going in for some big goals. So Gina is the current pro tattoo bikini model world champion. So going into this show, wanted to defend that title, and she absolutely nailed it. Like, Gina's look is incredible. It's very unique and fits the criteria to a T. As you can see, I'm just going to show you the stage footage, and then you can see what I'm talking about. So Gina went into the pro categories, obviously, so the standards going to be a little bit higher, because people have already got the pro status in the pro league and been competing for a number of years. So Gina went into the pro tattoo bikini model, but Gina defended her pro tattooed title, so she is the current pro tattoo bikini model Pure Elite world champion. 2 years on the bounce.
In second place is Alessia, but your winner of your pro tattoo bikini model is Gina.
Yes, well done, Gina!
Squeeze together, girls. Girls, get together in the middle. And just the winner on her own, just Gina.
So massive respect to Gina, honestly an absolute dream to coach. So coachable, just literally nailed everything to the T. And I know I can speak for myself and the whole team when I say this, but she's been there for everybody as well, and is almost like the glue which like holds everyone together as well. So yeah, she's wicked. So massive respect, Gina, you absolutely nailed it, and I'm really excited to see where we can take this going forward. And do you know what? Defend it for the second time, and let's make it 3-time bikini tattoo pro world champion. It's happening, trust me. We've got Natalie also competing in the pro category and going in for the pro bikini wellness world title. That was the aim. We knew the standard was going to be really, really high, but it was a goal that we was both going for. Like I was so invested in Natalie's goal to bring that bikini wellness world title. And do you know what? The lineup was very, very good. And Natalie placed second in the pro lineup for the bikini wellness. So didn't quite get that world champion title, but I know it's just made her hungrier for more to go back and compete with the pros again and go for that top spot. But
but not least, this is Vanessa. Hello, you go. Hi, Wickham. She got into fitness to feel more confident in her own skin.
feedback for myself, and I'm sure the judges would probably say a similar sort of thing. Just need to bring in a little bit more definition with Natalie. The physique's definitely there, the muscle maturity is definitely there. I feel like the balance for a bikini wellness athlete is definitely there. She's got a great overall look, great presentation. I just think a little bit more definition and we would absolutely nailed it.
In second place is number 217, Natalie.
But yeah, just massive respect to Natalie. Like I said, a dream to coach, and I'm just really excited for plans going forward because I know there's just going to be so much more to come. This is Nat's second ever pro show. She did the Worlds last year as an amateur, and then placed and got a pro card, went straight into the pro show there. So this was actually it was a second pro show, but her first ever one where she had just gone for this show. So you know, had some big goals, and to place in your first ever pro show technically is absolutely incredible. So yeah, 8 athletes in the show, 2 already pros, so we have 6 amateurs and 2 pros going into this show, and every single athlete placed. So honestly, as a coach, I could not be happier. Like I say, the camaraderie between the team, the energy in the auditorium and the crowd were amazing. Just the show itself was incredible. So I'm just really, really excited. It's a great way to finish the competitive year, and I'm already so excited to get stuck in with next year. Got some new athletes that have just started as well, and some new people ready to go next year, ready to compete. And I know a lot of the people that competed in the Worlds this year are ready to go, especially the ones that turn pro. I think they're very, very eager to jump straight into the Pro League next year and see where we can land in there. But yeah, absolutely buzzing with how it went. And I just want to say huge respect to all the competitors and athletes who competed on the day, and massive respect and appreciation goes out to the Pure Elite team, all the Backstage team as well. I feel like the running of the show was excellent, and just the whole energy of the place was insane. So thank you to the crowd as well. They're absolutely on form. It was just a wicked day, and like I say, I cannot wait to get stuck into next year and see what other silverware we can bring back. So that was a wrap up of the Pure Elite Worlds 2022. Hope you enjoyed watching the stage footage, and yeah, bring on next year in the competitive season. I'm also going to be competing next year, so I can't wait to get myself in shape for that too. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to do all the things like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video real soon. Take it easy. Have a wicked day.